And that one's hit to the second baseman. He's able to collect it. Throws it to first. Over to – throws it to second over to first. Trying to get the double play with Thorne. So a fielder's choice, but one out. And now Corey Culpepper is up to bat.
Yeah, Culpepper in that first game went 0 for 3, 2 strikeouts and a walk. I got to say, how about the job that Bailey Thorne did pitching in game 1? I mean, he had 11 strikeouts. I know that there were times where he got into a little bit of a jam, a little close for comfort.
And how about nice that one? Hit deep to center field. Able to get under it, though. Excellent job by Tommy Irving for out number 2.
Tommy Irving patrolling center field like he did in game 1. He was able to get to that one. Be 2 away.
Up to bat now is Josiah Werner, the shortstop, Richard.
2 for 3 in game 1 with 2 singles. All right, so yeah, we actually, the lineup is a little bit off for the Kings Academy. It's number 33, and we'll get the name. Davis Wyndham, yes.
That's why we got a great PA guy up here. And I'm telling you, never underestimate a great PA guy. They bring value to the game. I'm saying that to all high schools out there and colleges. And you are one of the forefronts. You're the PA leader.
That's how I got started. Russell County 2021.
But they don't think that people should be compensated for that. That is sadly mistaken. If you were doing a PA, announcing the kids, you're giving them walk-up music, whatever sport, there is value in that. And I promise you the kids appreciate it. So I hope all the schools think that same way.
No question about that.
1 and 2, 2 outs. Carson Ward, who did a good job in that first series when Calvary swept. Last week against Rock Springs, had a bit of an iffy start, was able to overcome it, though. And that one's fouled back. Even with the net, I love it because people are going to flinch.
It does. I mean, because the net is, even though it's 100% safe, you never know. There could be a hole in the net. And that's why people jump, because it's a net.
1 and 2 now. Ward. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Tags him. Strike 3. And Carson Ward, after giving up a lead-off single, is now got to head to the bottom of the second. Calvary and Kings Academy knotted at 0 here on Game 2 of the GAPPS 2024 State Championship Series on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Now at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, own one of the best-selling vehicles in the USA. The GMC Sierra pickup is discounted up to $12,500 off. Roomy and comfortable, the compact SUV GMC Terrain is up to $7,750 off. And GMC Acadias with 3 spacious rows and seating for 7 are now discounted up to $7,000 off. Plus, enjoy no payments until fall at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge and myself as we talk about the amazing finish to our high school baseball teams in the area, NBA playoffs, the Columbus Lions, Atlanta Braves, and so much more with our special guests. Be sure to come out and watch us live May 15 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and get ready to smile. Georgia Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge and myself as we talk about the amazing finish to our high school baseball teams in the area, NBA playoffs, the Columbus Lions, Atlanta Braves, and so much more with our special guests. Be sure to come out and watch us live May 15 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and get ready to...
So we're smiling all the way to Game 2 of the State Championship Series from Montgomery to Milton, Georgia.
Made history, Thrift.
You would have done the same thing, Richard.
Oh, absolutely.
That's why you were there on Wednesday. You would have called the Glenwood game yesterday if it didn't get rained out. But I just, in the back of my head, I was like, man, these two teams, they're rivals. I know they don't like each other, and I thoroughly enjoy, some animosity and some rivalry love. So I had to come here for this one, and a swing and a miss for a strike. I think that's strike 2.
I got a 1-1 count. I mean, we're trying to
then we'll say 1-1.
Operate the scoreboard here.
Bryson Brooks, though, the left fielder, is the one that is up to bat.
2 for 3 in last game.
And that one looked really close, but it's going to make it now 2-1, the count.
I got to tell you, Bryson Brooks might be a candidate for player of the game for Game 1.
Uh-huh.
He was 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs.
How about that?
Yeah.
By the way, and I'll talk about that in just a moment, as the 2-1 pitch is hit high in the air, deep to center field, able to get under it, though. Nice job by the center fielder for the Kings, Davis Wyndham. Nice job collecting himself, getting underneath it for out number 1. So at the Glenwood game, Coach Fanning decided in the biggest game of the year, in Game 3 winner-take-all, to play a freshman who had 3 at-bats all season. And this freshman went 3 for 4 and was the player of the game.
Unbelievable.
That's something that Steve Smith would do. Great coaches. They're willing. Remember, Nick Saban did that with Tua Tagovailoa. They're willing to make moves like that, especially when they know when
talent.
Well, then also, too, you're comfortable in your job knowing that you can make decisions like that.
By the way, Thrift, I've mentioned on the broadcast, this North Metro Atlanta area, you got Kell, North Cobb Christian, and Etowah all in state playoff games. Baseball is very good up here in the North Metro.
Know every high school everywhere. I'm sorry, Richard. I'm pretty good at college football and pro when it comes to stats and walking encyclopedia, but high school, you got me beat, Richard. I promise you that. 3-0 the count.
Nobody could beat John Nelson.
No. And that is going to be ball 4. So taking off on a 1-out walk is number 12, Noah Strickland.
Noah Strickland in that first game, 1 for 3 with a single and a walk and a run scored, and he recorded the final out.
Jackson Kennedy, the catcher.
Jackson Kennedy,
number 2 is up.
This is Jackson Kennedy's first appearance in the game. He is batting 158, and he's had 26 plate appearances. He doesn't get a whole lot of playing time. He is the backup catcher. As Joe Cordero just going to the DH spot, just needed a break. But Jackson Kennedy, a great defensive catcher, is in the lineup getting some at-bats.
And that one is fouled back, so 0-1 the count. I like the facility here at Milton High School.
By the way, won the state championship in 2021. And they have multiple state championships at the 7A level. One of the top 7A schools in the GHSA.
And that one's going to be inside and low to make it 1-1 to Noah Strickland. I want to say thank you again to our sponsors, Interstate Electric Supply. If you're a contractor, you better not go anywhere else.
Nope.
The Interstate Electric Supply in Columbus, Georgia. And there is strike 2. Paints the inside corner. Nice pitch.
Good pitch by Jordy.
By Noah Jordy.
Who's starting this Game 2 on the year, 7-0 with a 1.21 earned run average. His 9th appearance.
And the runner takes off. No
Good
one's
jump.
down there. The throw is late, not able to catch it. And now he wants time. So that is going to be a stolen base for Noah Strickland to get him in scoring position with 1 out.
I thought that was a good jump by Strickland.
So Brookstone won both games today, so they're into a state championship. So we got Calvary and Glenwood playing a state championship. Glenwood already won one. And then you got Brookstone making it to the GIAA state championship next week,
where they will face the winner of First Presbyterian Day in Tatnall Square.
And then Central is playing in the state championship after sweeping a swing and a miss and a big-time strikeout for Jordy for out number 2.
And by the way, Thrift, the matchup we all want to see, Central is taking on Bob Jones.
I would have loved for Georgia Alabama Sports Live to broadcast that one.
No question. At Chocolaca Field in Oxford, Alabama, home of the Chocolaca Monsters.
Pitcher Carson Ward is up now with 2 outs and a runner on second. Jordy's pitch is high for ball 1.
Yeah, he only had one official at-bat in game 1. Sacrifice ground out, a sacrifice fly. He does have an RBI. Got some wood on the ball, was able to get a fly out to center.
And that one's hit straight up in the air. The pitcher's calling everybody off. Note the first baseman does in foul territory. And a runner left stranded at second. Good job by Jordy to get out of it. We're going to head to the top of the 3rd. Kings Academy. Calvary tied here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Now
Georgia
at Glenn Smith
Alabama
GMC
Sports
in
Live will be
Opelika,
on the
own
road.
one of the best-selling vehicles in the USA. The GMC Sierra pickup is discounted up to $12,500 off. Roomy and comfortable, the compact SUV GMC Terrain is up to $7,750 off. And GMC Acadias with 3 spacious rows and seating for 7 are now discounted up to $7,000 off. Plus, enjoy no payments until fall at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge and myself as we talk about the amazing finish to our high school baseball teams in the area, NBA playoffs, the Columbus Lions, Atlanta Braves, and so much more with our special guests. Be sure to come out and watch us live May 15 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and get ready to smile. Georgia Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge and myself as we talk about the amazing finish to our high school baseball teams in the area, NBA playoffs, the Columbus Lions, Atlanta Braves, and so much more with our special guests. Be sure to come out and watch us live May 15 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and get ready to smile.
We're back, everyone, here live from Milton High School and Kings Academy. Calvary in a battle of GAPPS supremacy. And Calvary's final, as by the way, they won a softball state championship.
3 in a row.
Lost in soccer, but final game for any sport in GAPPS, this one and potentially that game 3. So I know they want to go out with a 6th straight state championship for sure.
And same with the Kings Academy. They're going to the GIAA too.
Oh, so they both are.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you're losing one of the 2 top programs in GAPPS, just like AISA is losing Lee Scott and Glenwood, the 2 top programs.
This has got a
over
Lee Scott
in Alabama.
Glenwood feel to it.
Yeah.
This championship game, it's
So-
definitely. They're closing out the gaps the right way.
Ward has a 1-1 count, and that one is low for 2-1. I'm going to say this about any umpire, as for earlier calling that state championship game with Glenwood and Lee Scott. As long as you're consistent with your strike zone, doesn't really matter where you set your strike zone. All it is consistency. Dive and play for Houston. Throws it to first in
What a
time.
play!
What an effort from Cam Houston. The guy's a utility player. Steve Smith talked about it. He's played short. He can play second. He's played in the outfield. Now he's at third base, and he's a leadoff hitter. That's big-time play. And I got to give a shout-out to his mom, Amy Houston. Her son with an excellent play there. Now Carter Payne's up for the Kings Academy.
Carter Payne, he was 1 for 4 in the first game. Hit by a pitch in the first inning. Here in the top of the 3rd inning, game 2. Calvary won the first game 8-3. trying to go for their 6th straight GAPPS championship.
And that one's going to be hit into the gap. It's
that's
probably going to be getting down. No.
What a catch.
I thought the way he was heading, but then it curved
I
on
thought
me.
so too.
Thought it was going in to be a gapper, but nice job by the left fielder, Bryson Brooks, for out number 2.
Now batting number 9, Jimmy Henderson.
And now Jimmy Henderson is up to bat.
I thought that Bryson Brooks had a good jump on it. He was able to get there. By the way, Jimmy Anderson had a big game in Game 1. He was batting 6th in the lineup. The coach decided to move him up to the number 2 hole.
Well, now there's 2 outs. And Jimmy Anderson trying to get a 2-out rally going. And that one's hit right to the center fielder, and it's going to get down for a base hit. So there's the 2-out single for Jimmy Anderson. Gets him on base, and the pitcher, Noah Jordy's up to bat.
Noah Jordy, the leading home run leader for the Keens Academy, leads the team with 7 home runs. He struck out twice and walked twice. He was 0 for 2 in the first game. You know, Thrift, I've been impressed with the Keens Academy. I know they haven't played the competition that Calvary has, but 25-2. I mean, that is an impressive record no matter who you play.
And there's strike 1 from Ward to Jordy.
But we know about the strength of schedule that Coach Steve Smith has. He'll play schools, GIAA schools. It gets his team
IMG Academy.
Yeah, exactly. It gets his team battle-tested for GAPPS play.
Driving all the way down to Florida to play IMG Academy. And actually played them pretty competitive.
Absolutely.
Going 2-2 in those 4 games down there in that IMG tournament that had all the top teams across the country playing in. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Jordy and Ward battling it off. Pitcher versus pitcher. And that one is way outside to make it 2-1.
I thought Jackson Kennedy had to do a good job to get to it quickly. Otherwise, that runner at first would be at second base.
And he's going to get him for another strike, yes.
Yeah, it was a nice little 12-6 curve that got right into the strike zone.
A little low, but umpire said strike. I thought it was Ward trying to do a pickoff move. You know, this whole year we broadcasted, 60, 70 baseball games. I have not seen one pickoff move. I saw 5 of them in that series with Glenwood and Lee Scott. I was like, what is happening? 2-2 pitch, 2 outs, and that one's a slow roller to third baseman. Going to be a tough play for Houston. Throws across his body over in time.
What a throw.
For out number 3. Good defensive play from Cam Houston.
Unbelievable.
And we're going to head to the bottom of the 3rd here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Now at Glenn Smith GMC in
Opal. Will be on the road May 15th.
USA. The GMC Sierra pickup is discounted up to $12,500 off. Roomy and comfortable, the compact SUV GMC Terrain is up to $7,750 off. And GMC Acadias with 3 spacious rows and seating for 7 are now discounted up to $7,000 off. Plus, enjoy no payments until fall at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge and myself as we talk about the amazing finish to our high school baseball teams in the area, NBA playoffs, the Columbus Lions, Atlanta Braves, and so much more with our special guests. Be sure to come out and watch us live May 15 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and get ready to smile. Georgia, Alabama.
Back here at Milton High School, Game 2 of the GAPPS 2A State Championship. Calvary took the first game 8-3. They lead 1-0 in the series. This is Game 2 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Your out-of-town scoreboard: Harlem defeated Oconee County 6-1. Lanier County defeated Bowden 8-5, and Loganville defeated Kell 5-2. Brookstone ends up defeating Strong Rock Christian in 2 games to advance to the GIAA championship. Case Charles is leading things off for Calvary. He's first at bat.
The second baseman.
And he was 0 for 3 in the first game. And then he'll be back to the top of the order.
Cam Houston with a couple spectacular plays there on third base, showing off the arm and the athleticism with both of those plays. 2-0, the count now to Case Charles.
And he literally got 2 outs on his own. Those would have been base hits into the outfield, and that might have saved a run.
Another inside pitch to make it 3-0.
You know, I like Calvary's chances when they get the leadoff hitter aboard with no outs because they're aggressive. They like to steal bags.
And that one is going to be called in for a strike to make it 3-1.
Of course, with a 3-0 count, you're just going to have the bat on your shoulder. You're going to make that pitcher throw a strike.
3-1 pitch is swing and a miss, and now the count's full. Nice job by Jordy battling back to get the count full.
Yeah, if Case Charles can get aboard, you got the top of the order coming up.
Jordy's full count pitch is outside for ball 4, so a leadoff walk for Case Charles, and that's going to bring up leadoff hitter Cam Houston, who walked last time. Last game, though, Richard.
Yeah, he was 1 for 4. He singled, had a stolen base, a run scored, reached on an error. He was on base twice, and he grounded out to the shortstop twice. But Cam Houston, you mentioned, like, he is the ultimate utility player. He plays center field. He plays third base. He plays shortstop. Anywhere you need him, you play him. He kind of reminds me of Omar Infante for the Braves back in 2009.
You really just said Omar Infante.
Or Martin Prado.
No, I did like Omar Infante.
Do you want me to go there?
I did like Omar. I think he even made an all-star game.
He did make an all-star as a utility player.
But what a name drop of all people. If you said Omar Infante to this kid, Cam Houston, he'd look at you like you're disrespecting him.
Well, when you think of utility players, you think of great utility players. Omar Infante is up there.
I agree.
Craig Counsell was another great utility player. Played for the Diamondbacks and the Marlins.
He was. 1-1 pitch to Cam Houston is high for ball 2, so 2-1 the count. Bit of a breeze here. We got some, I'm wearing my hoodie. We got several people with jackets on. I like this cool weather as I was burning up earlier today. And there is strike 2. So 2-2 now brings it even to Houston, who's got number 22 on his jersey.
Good pitch by Noah Jordy, the lefty. Just trying to save the Keens Academy season here.
And a swing and a miss. Oh, nope. They're going to say foul.
Foul tip. That good play, staying alive in the count. The hit and run was on, but Cam Houston had to protect. And this is a game where the Keens Academy, their backs are against the wall. How are they going to respond? This is going to be an elimination game. I mean, we've seen teams in the past respond, like Lee Scott. They were 3-0 in elimination games until Glenwood ended up beating them today. I mean, really, the pressure is on the Keens Academy, but Calvary knows that they got to get this game because you don't want to have to come back for if game for game 3 tomorrow.
2-2 pitch is hit down for a base hit for Cam Houston, shallow left field. So good job by Houston putting the bat on the ball on a 2-2 count, and now it's first and second. And coming up, number 14, Joel Cordero, who hit into a fielder's choice last time he was up.
I thought that was a good hit by Cam Houston. Smart base running by Case Charles to go halfway just in case an outfielder catches it, and then that way you got second. And so if you don't go halfway, the outfielder could just throw it to second base and try to get him out on a force play. Smart base running. And now this is the biggest threat of the night.
And he's trying to put a bunt down, and he's upset at himself
there.
there.
Yeah, he wanted that.
And I know Coach Steve Smith, he will even make him bunt with 2 strikes because he expects him to get the bunt down, as you saw.
Cordero's going to try to get this bunt down and move the runners over to scoring position because Bailey Thorne is on deck.
Pitch. Bunt down, and right in between the pitcher and the first baseman. What a bunt.
Huge bunt.
For Cordero.
And guess who's coming up to the plate? This is who you want.
And Bailey Thorne's going to come up now with the bases loaded and no outs. I think the pitcher thought that the first baseman was going to get it. The first baseman kind of let up because he thought the pitcher was going to get it, and then it goes right in between them. And now we're going to have the bases loaded. I'm gonna give him a hit.
I'm gonna say that's gonna be a hit. There was miscommunication, but nobody fielded it, so that's a base hit.
So we're gonna go hit. With the bases loaded now to Bailey Thorne, who with one swing of the bat can change a game, who led the nation in home runs last year, hasn't had as many opportunities this year because of what he was able to do his junior year. But now he's got a golden opportunity here with the bases loaded. And that one's going to be hit. Oh, what a play by the third shortstop, but not able to complete the throw, but only holds him to 1 run. I think that was a great play by the shortstop for Kings Academy. But then a tough throw there. He was having to rush it. Cam Houston was flying in. So that is going to be another hit and a
Yeah, that was a good stop by Josiah Werner, who's the designated fielder at shortstop today. You know, he got down and he saved an extra run because that looked like it was going in the hole, and it looked like Bailey Thorne was going to get 2 RBIs.
So now a 2-0 count, and up to bat, 1-0 count. Up to bat is Tommy Irvin, who still has the bases loaded and no outs. And there's a strike.
Good location by Noah Jordy.
Surprised, though, that the Kings Academy don't have, especially with no outs, why don't they have their players in on the infield trying to get that run out at home?
I think you got to try to get that out at home.
And that one's going to hit straight up in the air and foul in territory, and it's going to be out of play to even the count at 2-2.
By the way, Thrift, tomorrow the Flint River Academy Wildcats, doubleheader in the semifinals as they're taking on David Emanuel.
You know you had to shout out Joe Howard.
Oh, Joe Howard, the voice of the Flint River Academy Wildcats. I don't say it as good as him, though.
They won a football state championship trying to win a baseball one. 1-2 the count, to Tommy Irvin.
Yeah, they were supposed to play today, but the field was just field conditions.
And that one's hit straight up in the air, and I think it's going to be out of play again.
Yeah, taking on David Emanuel Academy for a doubleheader tomorrow. And if necessary, game on Monday for the right to play in Macon. How great is that GIAA championship's going to be in Macon?
I can't wait.
And the format they have is you got all the classifications. They start at 1 and go all the way to 7. All the teams play Thursday and Friday.
1-2 pitch. It's swing and a miss. Strike 3. Big strikeout for Jordy.
Yeah,
so
Jordan.
now with 1 out, Bryson Brooks comes up with bases loaded. Richard, I'll be on the call. The voice of the GIAA was there for the football championships, the basketball, and now baseball, and you're going to be there with me. And if Calvary is able to win this one and close out this state championship, you'll be at the GIAA soccer state championships tomorrow. But that's all pending if Calvary can close out the deal today. If not, you'll be right back up here for that Game 3 call. Pitch to Brooks is high for ball 1.
Yeah, so what will happen in Macon on Thursday, the AA will start at 1. The AAA will start at 5, 4, like the AA, AAA, and finally at 7 o'clock, the 4A. So Brookstone will be playing at 7 o'clock on Thursday and Friday. So I want to say that they're going to start as early as 12. I actually have the bracket. So they do play 4 games on Thursday and Friday.
Swing and a miss for Brooks. It pitch from Jordy there. He was out in front of it to make it 1-1.
By the way, Brookstone and Pacelli are playing in the soccer championship for the girls.
Tonight, right now.
Tonight at Stratford Academy.
I think they already played.
They must have already, they've already played. We'll try to get a score update for that.
And that one's going to be fouled back 1-2 now to Brooks. Columbus High won a soccer championship.
Unbelievable. First time in school history. Congratulations to the Columbus Blue Devils. And it goes to show that Columbus is a soccer town with great programs like CYSC and Concord Fire South, great club teams.
1-2. Strike three.
That was a good pitch.
Back-to-back strikeouts from Jordy in a huge moment with the bases loaded. And now Noah Strickland, the right fielder, comes up with 2 outs. Man, would this be huge.
Absolutely.
If Jordy can get out of this with only giving up 1 run, bases loaded with no outs. That one's fouled back for first strike.
So Thrift, single A plays at 10 a.m., double A plays at 1, triple A plays at 4, 4A plays at 7. So every team in the GIAA will play Thursday and Friday. And on Saturday, TBD if necessary.
And a swing and a miss there for Strickland. So now he's down to 0-2 with 2 outs here.
I tell you what, Thrift, I do have a work conflict. I definitely want to join you for the Brookstone games on Thursday and Friday. That will be at 7. Definitely looking forward to that.
0-2 pitch. Fouled back. Nice job by Strickland staying alive here.
Still trying to get a score update on that First Presbyterian Day Tatnall Square Academy game. See who Brookstone will play in the championship.
0-2. Jordy, Strickland. Pitch on the way. In the dirt for ball 1. Make it ball 2.
By the way, Tatnall Square Academy did defeat First Presbyterian Day 7-2 in game 1.
So Tatnall versus, and by the way, Tatnall played in that Border Wars that Calvary played in with Glenwood, Brookstone, right, all these excellent baseball teams. Deuce is wild. That's what Tyler Redmond says when it's 2-2 and 2 outs. And strike 3. Got him looking.
What a pitch.
And Jordy strikes out 3 in a row with the bases loaded and no outs. We're going to head to the top of the 4th. Calvary does get a run. They lead 1-0 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Georgia, Alabama,
Glenn Smith GMC and Opelika own one of the best-selling vehicles in the USA. The GMC Sierra pickup is discounted up to $12,500 off. Roomy and comfortable, the compact SUV GMC Terrain is up to $7,750 off. And GMC Acadias with 3 spacious rows and seating for 7 are now discounted up to $7,000 off. Plus, enjoy no payments until fall at Glenn Smith GMC and Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Georgia, Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge and myself as we talk about the amazing finish to our high school baseball teams in the area, NBA playoffs, the Columbus Lions, Atlanta Braves, and so much more with our special guests. Be sure to come out and watch us live May 15 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and get ready to smile. Georgia, Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge and myself as we talk about the amazing finish to our high school baseball teams in the area, NBA playoffs, the Columbus Lions, Atlanta Braves, and so much more with our special guests. Be sure to come out and watch us live May 15 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and get ready to smile.
And we are back here. It's Thrift Behringer. It's Richie Rich Holdridge. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We're going to have a heck of a show next week, man. I'm telling you. And we're going to be live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC showroom at 5 o'clock Eastern Time, 4 o'clock Central Time for an incredible show. Special guests are going to be there. Cannot wait.
Oh, I
to
can't
be there
wait for that either. By the way, we do as this pitch. Oh.
And that one's going to lead off single. How about Jordy? Excuse me, Jaden. Jaden Lunt. Jordy got the last.
Jaden Lunt, everybody.
That's Jaden Lunt. Now here comes Nowhere. No, that is not Nowhere Jordy. That's 31, Aiden Mosley.
Yeah, Aiden Mosley, who pitched in the first game.
Now batting number 31, Aiden Mosley.
He was 1 for 2 in game 1 with a double, walked twice. By the way, we talk about a PA announcer being a lost art. We've got a phenomenal PA announcer here up in the press box doing a
Now you're making him blush.
job.
We already gave him one shout out. Now
No, we
you're giving
did,
him
but, you
multiple,
know,
man.
I
Keep doing it,
appreciate-
baby.
I appreciate the PA announcers. We got one on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. How about Robert Edmonds?
Well, yourself. I thought you were going to say
And then-
you.
No, Robert Edmonds, the voice of Otis Spencer Stadium football games.
Yeah.
And then also CVCC basketball.
On Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Lunt's up now with a leadoff single from Mosley's up. Lunt led off with a single to get the inning started for the Kings Academy. Ward. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, off-speed pitch.
Had him chasing.
Mosley goes down 0-2.
Bottom of the 7th, the Phillies leading the Marlins 7-0.
Made me want to puke. I can't believe you just gave them a
Trying to
score
get
update.
Trying to get
It's
the
Braves only here.
Braves and the Mets.
0-2.
Well, we're scoreboard watching because the Phillies right now have the lead in the NL East.
Which-
We're rooting for against the Phillies pretty much every game.
I just turned up. Sorry, thank you.
1-2. Ward. Pitch. Fouled back. A lot of these Kings Academy, they're running the pitch count up on,
Oh, they
on
really
Ward,
are.
and they're making the at-bats go 4, 5, 6, 7 pitches, sometimes even more deep. You know, eventually that can be a wear on you, especially deep into a game. Top of the 4th, 1-0 Calvary here in Game 2 as they lead the series 1-0. Quick
That
throw
was
to
close.
first, not in time.
That was very close play at first. Oh, so close.
And another ball to make it 2-2. Two-two pitch. And there he's going to get him for strike 3.
Got him.
The pause got us all up here in the press box, and he did ring him up for strike 3. So a big strikeout from Carson Ward.
Thrift, let me ask you, do you like it when the umpire does the chainsaw?
When I was an umpire, I didn't mind the chainsaw. No, I don't mind when you ring them up like that. What got me, especially the last game I just called, was the umpire waiting literally 5 seconds after the pitch to call a strike, and there's a strike there. So when you're way up in the press box, you don't know if it's a strike or not. So several times he got me, and I was like, there's strike 1, and he ended up calling it a ball. I was like, you know what, I'm not going to let this guy make a fool of me, so I'm just going to wait, even if he takes forever. 0-1 pitch inside to make it 1-1. Up to bat now is the third baseman, Nate Haynes.
Yeah, this is the first appearance for Nate Haynes in this game. He did not play in the first game.
Swing and a miss. Nope, they're going to say foul
Yeah,
back.
he tipped it.
So 1-2 now to Haynes. Been impressed with Ward so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big-time pitcher. You know, he pitched a very good game in that first round against Johnson Ferry Christian Academy. But last week, Calvary was very relentless. Won the first game 6-0. They were down 3-0 against Rock Springs Christian Academy, and they ended up winning that 4-3, and on the road too. And that's where they're here. able to play in the championship game once again, going for number 6.
According to Calvary's records, they have won 32 straight GAPPS playoff games. Have not lost one since 2018.
By the way, Thrift, after this pitch.
1-2. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Haynes strikes out. Another big-time strikeout for Carson Ward. Make that back-to-back, and now 2 outs.
So, Thrift, top of the 4th inning, the Atlanta Braves are leading the Mets 4-0.
I'll take that all day. Up now, the DH Culpepper.
Culpepper in the first game went 0 for 3 with a walk.
And that one's going to be hit in the gap. Good hit from Culpepper. And 2-out single. Moves the runner over to second. First and second, 2 outs for Davis Wyndham, who got out last time. 0 for 1 on the night for this game.
Yeah, and in the first game, he went 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a walk. A good stop by Kennedy. Yeah, we talked about how good of a defensive catcher Jackson Kennedy is. I mean, he comes in and he's able to get a lot of balls that could be pass balls, but he's been doing a good job stopping them.
1-0 count. Make it 2-0. Ward with a runner in scoring position for Davis Wyndham, who's got a 2-0 count. And make it 3-0. A walk here loads the bases. Brings up Whitehead. The 3-0 pitch. Ball 4, and that loads the bases. And now danger time for Carson Ward and Coach Steve Smith. He's gonna need some time. He wants to talk it over with Carson Ward here. And coming up the bat is Whitehead, who grounded out to Cam Houston last time he was up.
Jimmy Whitehead went 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts and a walk, had a run scored. By the way, the GAPPS Single A Baseball Championship actually going on tomorrow. Victory Baptist taking on Vidalia Heritage Academy. So the GAPPS only has 2 classifications, Single A and Double A. I know they had Triple A last year, but yeah, so Vidalia Heritage Academy and Victory Baptist.
Richard, that's probably the only time they've been announced as a school, and you gave them love here on this broadcast. So I know if you're Vidalia or Victory Baptist, send a check to Richard Holdridge for giving your school a shout-out on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. And strike 1. But you're an equal opportunity guy, Richard. You like showing everybody love.
I'm trying to show everybody love. I mean, Etowah right now is playing Blessed Trinity in the baseball playoffs for 6A. You got Kell down the road playing in the 5A championship.
0-1 pitch outside for make it 1-1. Ward does not want to walk in a run here to tie it. And then the top of the lineup is up for the Kings Academy after Whitehead. And there is strike 2.
Pitch. So the Kings Academy out of Woodstock, Georgia, there's a famous former Baltimore Oriole and Atlanta Brave that's from Woodstock, Georgia. Do you know who it is? Nick Markakis.
1-2 pitch on the way. And that one's hit high,
it's got to stay
deep,
foul. Stay
but
foul.
out of play. And everyone on the Calvary side held their breath. Everyone on Kings Academy was at a jump for joy. And we're going to have to do it all over again because it was foul. 1-2 the count.
We've heard some oohs and ahs from the Kings Academy fans.
And Richard's Nugget was presented by Sports Visions. Nice nugget there for Nick Marquez.
You know, he did get a hometown discount, played for the Braves before he retired.
I remember Marquez. 1-2, pitch on the way. Curveball that got away from him, and that's going to be high to make it 2-2. Two and two, 2 outs, bases loaded for Jimmy Whitehead. Can Ward deliver? And almost hits Whitehead.
Oh, boy.
That brings the count full.
There's some drama here in the 4th inning. You talk about one pitch away from tying this game. And I guarantee you the runners are going to go on this next pitch.
Full count. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. What a pitch from Ward.
Ice water in his veins, Thrift.
As he gives a roar to the crowd. We're going to go to the bottom of the 4th. Calvary gets out of the jam. They still lead 1-0 here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Now
Georgia
at Glenn Smith
Alabama
GMC
Sports
in
Live will
Opelika.
be on the road May 15 as we do our show live.
Pickup is discounted up to $12,500 off. Roomy and comfortable, the compact SUV GMC Terrain is up to $7,750 off. And GMC Acadias with 3 spacious rows and seating for 7 are now discounted up to $7,000 off. Plus, enjoy no payments until fall at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge and myself as we talk about the amazing finish to our high school baseball teams in the area, NBA playoffs, the Columbus Lions, Atlanta Braves, and so much more with our special guests. Be sure to come out and watch us live May 15 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and get ready to smile. Georgia Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge and myself as we talk about the amazing finish to our high school baseball teams in the area, NBA playoffs, the Columbus Lions, Atlanta Braves, and so much more with our special guests. Be sure to come out and watch us live May 15 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and get ready to smile.
And thankfully someone up here could correct us. It's Vidalia, not Vidalia.
Vidalia.
We the southern hit
I
came
am
out
not
of both
originally
of us.
from the South.
Vidalia.
But they still got a shout out here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. That's all that matters.
Up to bat now for Calvary Christian is the catcher Jackson Kennedy as he hits that one right to the left fielder. Good play by him as Jimmy Whitehead gets underneath it. It's for out number 1. Now the pitcher, Carson Ward. You know, his adrenaline's through the roof right now after that big-time strikeout.
I want to say, didn't they have the bases loaded with no outs? Or it was 1 out or something. It was a situation where it looked like the Kings Academy was going to at least get 1 run. Jordy, there's a ground ball right to the second baseman. The throw to first. 2 away. So we are moving along here in the bottom of the 4th.
Number 4, Case Charles.
And I'm telling you, Thrift, this is going to seem like it's going to be a pitcher's duel. It's going to be a 2-1 game, a 1-0 game. We're going to be on the edge of our seats.
Well, we've been used to that all week. We had pitchers duel in the AISA. While we expect nothing different from from GAPPS, from 2 elite programs.
Exactly.
So 2 outs now. And Case Charles is up, who walked last time. And he fouls that one back to get it 1-1.
Yeah, the bottom of the order, and then we'll get back to the top of the order for Calvary.
So will Kings Academy next inning. This game's going by a little bit faster than that last game, it seems like.
Exactly. And this is the 3rd time that these 2 schools have played in the GAPPS championship.
1-1. Swing and a miss for strike 2 to Charles. Jordy, outside of getting in that one jam last inning, only giving up that 1 run. He has been lights out today and has the count 1-2 with 2 outs. Nobody on here in the bottom half of the 4th. One, two. Did he check swing? No, he didn't, so it's going to go to 2-2. So, like we said, we'll be live next week from the Glenn Smith Chevrolet and GMC showroom. We'll have some special guests on. You don't want to miss out on that.
Can't wait for that.
2-2 pitch from Jordy to second baseman Case Charles, and that one's hit right back. Oh, almost a great play by the shortstop, but able to hit it right over his head into center field for a 2-out single. And Cam Houston, who's 1 for 1 tonight in game 2 with a walk,
22, Cam Houston.
and had a couple good plays, great plays on third base.
Yeah, and that gives an opportunity for the top of the order to come up here. Even though it's 2 outs, I mean, Cam Houston, he has an opportunity to knock a run in case Charles has got speed of the base pass. A gapper will more than likely score a run. But when you extend innings like this, you're giving the top of the order extra at-bats. And when you get to 3 and 4 at-bats in a game, I mean, it gives you confidence.
Runner takes off. Charles throws down. Not in time. Excuse me, Charles has a throw down. The catcher from Kings Academy to get Charles is not in time, as Lunt was the one that made the throw. So a 2-out steal. 1-1 the count. Richard, in football, we had Brookstone, we had Glenwood, we had Calvary, and we had Central. All 4 teams playing in state championship games. Central was the only one that won. In basketball, we had Pacelli girls, Glenwood girls, and then we had the Pacelli boys playing state championship games. Pitch on the way is high for ball 2. Pacelli, all 3 of them won a state championship. And then in baseball, we have potentially Brookstone, Central, Calvary, and Glenwood winning state championships. And then I even mentioned the soccer state champions we've had in the Tri-City area, and that one's hit. Is it going to get down? No. Nice play by the center fielder. And that will take us to the top of the 5th, 1-0 here. And what I was making mention to, Richard, just excellent teams and schools and sports programs, wrestling state championships, golf state championships. I mean, sports in the Tri-City area is at an all-time high, and we're glad we got it all here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be back after this.
Georgia
Now at Glenn
Alabama
Smith
Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge.
and comfortable, the compact SUV GMC Terrain is up to $7,750 off. And GMC Acadias with 3 spacious rows and seating for 7 are now discounted up to $7,000 off. Plus, enjoy no payments until fall at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge and myself as we talk about the amazing finish to our high school baseball teams in the area, NBA playoffs, the Columbus Lions, Atlanta Braves, and so much more with our special guests. Be sure to come out and watch us live May 15 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and get ready to smile.
It's Thrift, it's Richard, it's Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Having fun, ain't we, Rich?
Yeah, even the umpires are doing YMCA.
We got the umpires doing YMCA out there. Carson Ward, and now up to bat is leadoff hitter, first baseman Carter Payne. He's 0 for 1 in this game. It's hit by a pitch to start the game off, and that one is hit to Charles. Charles makes a good play, throws over to first, out number 1.
Good way to start off the top of the 4th for Calvary.
And now here comes the right fielder.
Number 9, Jimmy Anderson.
By the way,
Jimmy
Thrift.
Anderson.
3:15 left to go. The Pacers leading the Knicks 102-101.
Knicks go up 3-0. That series is over with.
Yeah, with all the injuries they got,
It's unreal.
Mitchell Robinson and OG
Anunoby, and
Anunoby.
that one's hit.
Oh, that's going to be foul.
And going to go out of play to make it 0-1.
He did a good job pulling it. He just hoping that it would stay in the park.
We appreciate everyone that's tuning in right now. If you're a Kings Academy fan or a Calvary Christian fan, we will say we are here on behalf of Calvary Christian, as they've been a support of ours all season long. But we appreciate everyone tuning in. And the main reason we do this is for people that can't make the games, for loved ones that live out of town, and just giving exposure to these athletes that deserve it.
Absolutely.
I would have loved to have it back in my day, which was 12 years ago. Actually, no, make that 13 years ago. So 2 strikes now.
So you were a point guard on the Glenwood basketball team, or was that your position? Or
no, shooting guard.
You were shooting guard?
Then headed up to Carrollton in West Georgia. Then graduated from CSU. But can say I at least played a couple years of college basketball in there. Strike 3, another big-time pitch from Carson Ward. So Jack Patterson just let me know the Brookstone girls beat the Bocelli girls 2-0 in the state championship. So Brookstone girls are state champions. Linwood girls, by the way, and boys won state championship in the AISA. So we got several soccer teams. Columbus High boys, just
Columbus
championship
is a soccer town.
Yeah, well, and everything town, it seems like.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Jordy tried to hit that one in the trees. Strike
By the
one.
way, a lot of football teams are having their spring games today. Harris County's having their spring game. Rick
Black
Beach
and gold. We'll
from
be there
Kudzu
next
Sports.
week for Spencer and Harris County. They're playing in a spring game. So they
Can't
got the
wait
black
for
and
that.
gold. And then next week, Richard, you'll be out there with Rick Beach for a lot of fun. Can't wait. Get to see Joe Kegler's Green Waves and Tommy Watson's Harris County Tigers. And strike 2, inside corner. 0-2 now to Jordy from Ward. Another inside pitch to make it 1-2.
So the NBA lottery is Sunday, 3 Eastern. Probably the Pistons might get the overall #1 pick. I would not be shocked about that. They had the worst record in the NBA.
And that one's hit straight up in the air. Is Thorne going to call everybody off? He looks like he's trying to get under it. Oh, and he doesn't. I think he lost it probably in the lights. I mean, that's a major league high pop-up. And probably just lost it in the lights there, which is a tough play. So Jordy's going to get on. Now a pinch runner's going to come in with 2 outs.
Yeah, the pinch hitter is Rossini.
Yep.
We'll try to get some stats on him.
No, pinch runner.
Pinch
runner is Rossini. As the
And now batting, number 6, Jaden Lunt.
The catcher, Jaden Lunt, is up. Last time he singled when he was up. If he gets a single here, keeps the inning alive. First pitch, swing and a miss. Tough from Lunt.
Yeah, the pinch runner is Russell Sinney, number 28.
Get
what a
strike
pitch.
2.
What a pitch.
The umpire's liking that outside corner. 0-2 the count to Lunt. And that's high for ball 1. One-two pitch in the dirt to make
Good
it 2-2.
stop. So I wanted to correct myself. I was told that Etowah plays Blessed Trinity tomorrow in the semifinals of the GHSA 6A playoffs. But still, a lot of great baseball up here in the North Metro Atlanta area, to include Kennesaw State University.
2-2 pitch. In
Oh,
for
what a
strike
pitch.
3.
Got him.
And Ward is dealing. Head to the top of the, the bottom of the 5th here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Calvary leads 1-0.
Now
Georgia
at Glenn Smith
Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May
in the USA. The GMC Sierra pickup is discounted up to $12,500 off. Roomy and comfortable, the compact SUV GMC Terrain is up to $7,750 off. And GMC Acadias with 3 spacious rows and seating for 7 are now discounted up to $7,000 off. Plus, enjoy no payments until fall at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge and myself as we talk about the amazing finish to our high school baseball teams in the area, NBA playoffs, the Columbus Lions, Atlanta Braves, and so much more with our special guests. Be sure to come out and watch us live May 15 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and get ready to smile.
Why would they play the 4A today?
Georgia Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge and myself as we talk about the amazing finish to our high school baseball teams in the area, NBA playoffs, the Columbus Lions, Atlanta Braves, and so much more with our special guests. Be sure to come out and watch us live May 15 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and get ready to smile.
Get ready to
Welcome back.
Whoop.
Welcome back, everyone. Thrift Behringer, Richard Holdridge. Shout out to Jack Patterson. He was at Patterson Field today. No relation. And you can see the highlights of the Glenwood game, and he's going to take the feed and give you some Calvary highlights, too, and much more, including Pacelli, boys and girls, and Brookstone girls playing the Soccer State Championship. Columbus State is playing in the Sun Belt. Or is it?
Yeah, Georgia State in the Sun Belt Conference.
Yep. And up to bat now is Joel Cordero, who is 1 for 2 in Game 2.
I got to tell you, Thrift, I'm excited about the Del McGee era at Georgia State.
And that one is hit hard. And,
Whoa, did he get
he
it?
almost made a play.
Oh. And it was foul, too. It was on the it wasn't on the line. It was right in foul territory,
And that was a bad job by me, the camera guy. And if he would have made that play, I would have not have gotten it. So make sure to stay on my game. One to nothing here in the bottom of the 5th. Joel Cordero leading off and takes a ball there to make it 1-1.
By the way, Mary Persons and Calvary Day playing a winner-take-all game 3 tomorrow as they have evened up the series. over in 3A. Mary Persons was the team that beat Columbus in the quarterfinals. Well, in the second round, rather.
And that one's hit right to the third baseman.
Oh, he caught it.
What a play by
Wow.
the third baseman for the Kings Academy, Haynes. I'm going to reach over and snag that one for out number 1.
Bailey Thorne.
I think the one good thing about Calvary, they were the road team in game 1. Getting that win on the road, and they're the home team here in game 2, that really has to give them confidence to know that they're going to get last at bats. Of course, if there is a game 3 tomorrow.
And that one's hit.
Oh.
And it's going to go right past the third baseman. Makes a good play there. That one hops over his glove. And a 1-out single for Bailey Thorne.
Tommy Irving.
And now Tommy Irving's going to come up. So that's 2 for 3 now for Bailey Thorne. Irving's 0 for 2.
Yeah, he's had himself a good series. He had 2 hits in the first game, 2 hits here in the second game. Calvary just trying to get some insurance runs. 1-0 lead. I mean, this is just too close for comfort.
And takes strike 1, deserving.
We know in these championship games, Thrift, that runs come at a premium. You got to do whatever it takes to manufacture runs.
And makes it 1-1. Brookstone swept Strong Rock 5-2 in game 1, 6-4 in game
Good
2.
wins.
So thank you to JP for sending me that. So they head to the state championship. 4-0 in the playoffs so far. I honestly think, and now this may be a rundown, and Bailey Thorne is out. Good pickoff move from Jordy. Got Bailey Thorne in a rundown, and he's out. So now 2 outs.
Yeah, that was
For
a
Tommy
big
Irvin.
Big out for Keens Academy. Trying to keep this a 1-run game. But I tell you, the way both pitchers have been pitching so far.
And that one's hit to the shortstop. Collects it cleanly. Throw to first. Snags it. Oh, he's going to say he was
safe.
off the bag.
Yeah, he foot came off the bag.
And it looks like he ran away from the bag before he had caught it. And they're going to say the runner's safe.
That was one of those plays where he stretched for it.
And it was a nice pick play, too.
It was. He picked it out of the ground and thought that was going to be out number 3. He was already
Carter Payne was already heading to the dugout. Now
dugout.
Bryson Brooks is up, who's 0 for 2 in game 2.
Had a great game 1. He was 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a double.
Brooks takes strike 1.
Yeah, we're here in the bottom of the 5th. I mean, there's only 2 more innings to go. Calvary is hoping to try to get some more insurance runs.
By the way, Jonathan Hoppy, we talked about RBL. How about Jonathan Hoppy? He's also shout out to him. He's going to have the highlights on WTVM. Our guys from TVM and RBL. We know we love them. Jacked.
We appreciate both news stations in Columbus.
Tyler Redmond, Hoppy, Reese. I mean, these guys, they're all over the place, man. And we're just glad that they consider us part of the team, as we're all just trying to cover and show love to all these athletes and coaches and their respective programs. 1-2 the count, 2 outs here to Bryson Brooks. Jordy, pitch, and that one's hit to the third baseman, collects it, throws it to second in time, and there's out number 3. Jordy, who's had 4 of the 5 innings he's thrown scoreless, and it's 1-0 Calvary here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Now
Georgia,
at Glenn Smith
Alabama
GMC,
Sports Live will be on the road.
the
May
best-selling
15.
vehicles in the USA. The GMC Sierra pickup is discounted up to $12,500 off. Roomy and comfortable, the compact SUV GMC Terrain is up to $7,750 off. And GMC Acadias with 3 spacious rows and seating for 7 are now discounted up to $7,000 off. Plus, enjoy no payments until fall at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Georgia-Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge and myself as we talk about the amazing finish to our high school baseball teams in the area, NBA playoffs, the Columbus Lions, Atlanta Braves, and so much more with our special guests. Be sure to come out and watch us live May 15 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and get ready to smile. Georgia-Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge and myself as we talk about the amazing finish to our high school baseball teams in the area, NBA playoffs, the Columbus Lions, Atlanta Braves, and so much more with our special guests. Be sure to come out and watch us live May 15 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central at Glenn Smith Chevrolet.
Welcome back here to Milton High School. Top of the 6th inning. Calvary holding on to a 1-0 lead. Mosley hits it right to the second baseman. Charles, the scoop. Morrison, the picking machine, out there at first base for the first out. I've been waiting to do a picking machine reference like the movie Moneyball. Scotty H, picking machine. I've already had a one Scott Hatterberg reference. Mentioned that in the first game. And Nathan Haynes is going to be the batter coming up here with one out. Top of the 6th inning. First pitch is outside for a ball. Carson Ward pitching the 6th inning. So far, 5 scoreless innings here in the top of the 6th. Here's a pitch, fouled away, out of play. It's 1-1. We appreciate all these teams in the Chattahoochee Valley that are playing in the baseball playoffs. One championship so far today. Glenwood, 1-1. Curve, that's in on the fist, and it's going to foul back to the screen. It's 1-2. Brookstone in the GIAA championship. We'll play the winner of Tatnall Square Academy and First Presbyterian Day. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ward delivers. The 1-2. There's a ground ball right to the, and it gets by him. It gets by the third base, and it goes into left field. That's going to be an error on the first baseman, Cam Houston.
Now batting number 11, Corey Culpepper.
And so the tying run aboard, and Corey Culpepper is coming up to the plate. I mean, that would have been a tough play anyway because you're throwing across your body from third to first. But now Corey Culpepper, the batter. Carson Ward going to work from the stretch. 1-0, Calvary Christian leading here in game 2. First pitch to Culpepper. It's in the dirt. It gets by Kennedy, but it's going to be a ball, 1-0. It's a 1-0 count. Ward checks the runner at first. From the stretch. The 1-0 pitch right down Broadway. Strike 1. That evens a count at 1 apiece. Ward, the stretch. And the throw back to first. Oh, just so close. We're trying to get that over at first. Back to the base. It's 1-1. Ward from the stretch. The 1-1 to Culpepper. And there's a throw down. Oh, and they're trying to keep that runner honest at first. It's a ball, 2-1.
Well, runs at a premium, Richard.
He's the tying run, and plus, he's
and keep them at bay for sure.
Threat to steal. That run is valuable for the Keens Academy, especially in an elimination game.
Two pitch.
Yep.
And that one's hit First baseman's got to collect it. Can he get over in time?
He
And just does.
Just in time.
Ball goes off his glove, kicks it a little bit. And out number 2. Runner does move over, so he is in scoring position. He's a tying run. Wyndham presents the leading run for the Kings Academy at the plate now with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Calvary now down to 4 more outs before they can declare themselves state champions.
Yeah, you know the Kings Academy is just not going to make this easy.
No.
You
thought they were going to go without a fight?
No, they're not going to go down without a fight.
And there's
Oh, that was close.
Wow.
They call that a ball? I think they call that a ball.
some of the ones he's called strike have been a little bit over in the batter's box, so that one a bit confusing. 1-0
about
count.
Consistency.
1-0 count here. Make this comment in a minute. Swing and a miss for strike 1. Matthew White said this earlier today. He said, be consistently inconsistent. And what he means by that is that even if your strike zone is bigger or smaller than the other umpire from the previous game, as long as you're calling it consistently both ways and that every pitch is called the same, you're fine. It's when you start calling one thing a strike and almost hits him there, and then the next pitch in the same spot, a ball, that's when you start getting frustration from both teams and coaches and fan bases and players. So if you're an umpire, you want to stay away from that. 2-1 the count. And there makes it 3-1 now. 2 outs. Wyndham at the plate. Then it's Whitehead. Then it's the top of the lineup for Kings Academy. Three-one pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. That was a hard swing for Wyndham. He wanted all of it. And just misses and brings the count full.
Thrift, I do want to give a shout-out to the Carver head baseball coach, Michael Long Jr., watching us on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Thank you for your support.
Yeah, we appreciate I know we want to call more games, and next year that is a goal for ours, is to at least 3 or 4 Carver games. So we appreciate you, Coach. And strike 3. Got him looking.
Yeah. Wow.
Wyndham was going to head to first base.
He thought that was ball 4.
And the Calvary Christian Knights will take it. They're going to go to the bottom of the 6th, leading 1-0. Another strikeout for Carson Ward. What a game from him on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. That same pitch you just called a ball.
Now at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika, own one of the best-selling vehicles in the USA. The GMC Sierra pickup is discounted up to $12,500 off. Roomy and comfortable, the compact SUV GMC Terrain is up to $7,750 off. And GMC Acadias with 3 spacious rows and seating for 7 are now discounted up to $7,000 off. Plus, enjoy no payments until fall at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Georgia Alabama Sports Live will be on the road May 15 as we do our show live from Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC. Join Richard Holdridge and myself as we talk about the amazing finish to our high school baseball teams in the area, NBA playoffs, the Columbus Lions, Atlanta Braves, and so much more with our special guests. Be sure to come out and watch us live May 15 at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC, and get ready to smile. Georgia.
We're back, everyone, here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We head to the bottom of the 6th as Noah Strickland is up 0 for 2 on the day.
Now batting number 12, Noah.
By the way, Thrift, the Indiana Pacers defeated the Knicks 111-106. The Knicks still lead 2-1 in that series, and then the Minnesota-Denver game is underway.
Noah Strickland takes strike one there from Noah Jordy, who is giving up 1 run. And a couple of hits here in this one. And that one is going to get – what a play by Carter Payne. Thought it may get over his head, and Payne able to reach up with his long arms. He's definitely very tall and gets out number 1.
Yeah, I thought that was going to fall in to shallow right field for a base hit, but a good job by Carter Payne getting to it and making the snag.
Pacelli boys soccer team loses 3-0. So Pacelli boys and girls lose. Bergstone girls win. But a great season for the Pacelli Vikings and Lady Vikings.
It was a great season. Congratulations to really all the soccer teams in the area. The Columbus Blue Devils winning their first ever state championship.
We're going to find out. We got a pinch hitter, number 18 for Calvary Christian.
Yeah, number 18, that is Carter Payne.
That's Kings Academy.
For Calvary.
Yes,
okay.
for Calvary Christian. There we go.
That is Liam Holcutt. He actually DH'd.
Yes, Liam Holcutt.
He DH'd in the first game. Also a member of the Calvary Christian basketball team. Shout out to Coach Jonathan Gordon.
And played football this year. Holcutt
played football.
Hits that one pitch and swings at it. And another out caught by Carter Payne. 2 down, and now the pitcher Carson Ward trying to help himself out before we head to the top of the 7th.
Also a shout out to Coach Emmanuel Brunson, the football coach for Calvary.
There's ball 1 to Ward. And I'm 100% sure Carson Ward's coming out of that dugout for inning number 7.
Absolutely. No question.
Take strike 1.
Coach Smith's going to let him finish this game.
And that one's going to be a slow roller to third. Gobbles it up, throws it. Kings Academy does their job on defense. They're down 1-0. Calvary 3 outs away from winning their 6th straight state championship. We're going to find out next here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Now
Georgia
at Glenn Smith
Alabama Sports
GMC
Live will be on the road May 15th.
USA. The GMC Sierra pickup is discounted up to $12,500 off. Roomy and comfortable, the compact SUV GMC Terrain is up to $7,750 off. And GMC Acadias with 3 spacious rows and seating for 7 are now discounted up to $7,000 off. Plus, enjoy no payments until fall at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika.
Get ready to smile.
Smith Chevrolet GMC, and get ready to smile.
The Kings Academy are down to their last 3 outs here. Top of the 7th inning here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Game 2 of the GAPPS Championship. And on the mound to close out this game is number 5, Tommy Irving, who pitched 2 innings of relief in game 1.
So Irvin's going to come out. So valiant effort from Carson Ward.
Yeah, 6 scoreless innings.
6 scoreless innings. And now Irving is going to be the closer called on here to finish up the job and try to win another state championship for these Steve Smith-led Calvary Christian Knights. The Kings Academy.
Effort.
And pitch hitting is Levi Wilbanks for the Kings Academy.
Yeah, first appearance in this series for the Kings Academy. Batting .348 on the season with 12 RBIs. I mean, he has not seen that much action. He's only had 34 plate appearances. But he's got a good batting average. I mean, this is a spot where he can get on base and represent the tying run here in the top of the 7th. Very close.
That's going to make it 1-1 now.
And really, if you're Calvary, you got to have confidence knowing that you're going to get last at bats if you get into a situation. But they want to try to close it here.
There's another strike. How about that pitch from Irving?
That was a
1-2
great pitch.
now.
Great pitch. It's a 1-2 count.
And a swing and a miss for strike 3.
There's
out number 1 for Tommy Irvin. We will have an interview after this game, if it ends the way it is right now, with Coach Steve Smith. Richard, you'll be down there. I'll be joining you shortly, as you should be the one leading that interview. And look forward to at least asking one question with Coach Steve Smith. Someone's got a man up here. 1 out. Another strike for Tommy Irvin.
That's good location, right on the outside corner.
Carter Payne is the one that's up, the first baseman, who's 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Tell you, Tommy Irving just with 2 scoreless innings in relief in game 1, and he's just out there with confidence, going out there and pitching game 2. Trying to pick up the save.
And that one is fouled back. Oh, and 2. Pitch on the way. Ball makes it 1-2. I wonder if he caught that, if he would have gave him a strike there, the way he's been.
Yeah,
his strike zone
very close play. But Jackson Kennedy trying to sell it, but it just went past him.
1-2 pitch from Tommy Irvin to Payne. That one's fouled back. Staying alive. Nice job for Carter Payne. Make sure to like us on Facebook, subscribe on the YouTube channel. This potentially could be our last broadcast of the 2023-2024 year. And we'll head into fall for 2024-2025 in August. And strike 3. Got him looking on the off-speed pitch.
What a pitch.
2 down.
Back-to-back strikeouts for Tommy Irving. 1 out away.
And now Jimmy Anderson.
Now batting number 9, Jimmy Anderson.
Well, this is the hitter you want at the plate if you're Keens Academy. He had a great game in game 1. He's a hot hitter coming in, and he does represent the tying run. He's got to get on base, or Keens Academy, they're down to their last out.
And that one's hit straight up in the air. Second baseman Case Charles makes the play, and the Calvary Christian Knights win their 6th straight state championship under head coach Steve Smith. Unbelievable, Richard.
Unbelievable game.
33 straight wins for this team in the GAPPS, and they win the state championship 1-0 in a thriller against the Kings Academy here in Game 2. Wow, Richard.
Yeah, it was an incredible game. What an incredible performance by Carson Ward, Bailey Thorne in that first game. The 6 straight champions for Coach Steve Smith and the Calvary Christian Knights. What a way to close out the GAPPS.
Unbelievable. Great job by Tommy Irvin, but I think player of the game was for sure Carson Ward.
No question.
As he was lights out in this one. And then also player of the game in that first game, Richard.
Bailey Thorne.
So Bailey Thorne, and I guess we could say they're co-players of the series, Sports Vision's player of the series. Calvary winning another state championship. That's 16 between Steve Smith and Tim Fanning in their eras.
It's incredible.
Between Calvary and Glenwood. And they both cement their legacies as the most dominant baseball team in GAPPS history, in my opinion, and the most dominant AISA baseball team in Glenwood. But Calvary, what an incredible win. Kings Academy fought their heart off. Noah Jordy, excellent pitching. Only gave up 1 run. I mean, he was dynamic and kept his team in the game. Had several times the bases were loaded. But this time the Calvary Christian Knights come up victorious. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have an interview with Coach Steve Smith here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Christian.
Welcome back here to Milton High School. The Calvary Christian Knights are your 2024 GAPPS state champions as they defeat the Keens Academy 1-0 in Game 2 to win their 6th straight championship. And Thrift Behringer will be joining me on the field. Hoping to get an interview with Coach Steve Smith after the trophy and banner presentation.
All right, welcome back, everyone. We are still waiting on Coach Steve Smith, hopefully to do an interview here in just a moment as Calvary wins another state championship. So as we wait on Steve Smith, a great job by the Calvary Christian Knights winning their 6th straight state championship here in the GAPPS. And again, we'll talk with Coach Steve Smith here in just a moment on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. It keeps going in and out. We're going to finish this interview. I brought a portable charger out here. One more time, Coach. Bailey Thorne, Tommy Irvin, what you were just saying.
Bailey just he grinded out the 5 innings. He we got up there in pitch count. Tommy came in, slammed the door, and did a great job just like he did last week. But Bailey just really grinded out the 5 innings. Really proud of him. What we've been really challenging our guys is just to play selfless baseball. And over the last couple of weeks, really, that's what they've been dedicated to, throw all the stats out the door. At times, we've gotten in trouble where we've really tried to put it on the back of a couple guys' shoulders. And what you saw today in both games, there were several different guys that contributed. Carson Ward struggled last week and, goes 6 scoreless. He wanted the ball for the 7th. I knew we had Tommy there, and Tommy did what he did in the first game and came out and shut the door 1, 2, 3 as well. So I'm just really proud of these guys. We have 15 seniors that walk away from 4 of these things. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Man, they
put it in words, Coach, from your perspective, what this team meant, what this run has meant to win 6 straight. It's unbelievable what you have accomplished. 32 straight games you won in the GAPPS playoff.
It's been this year was a challenge. I mean, this year was a challenge that had me really questioning a lot of different things throughout the season, whether I needed to make some changes, if I needed to do something different. But they rose to the challenge. These 15 seniors, when you got 15 seniors, it's so hard because you've got a lot of guys that don't necessarily get an opportunity to get in the game. We've got guys that haven't gotten in a couple weeks, but they were dedicated to the team, and they gave everything they had, the bench, and how they did everything they did. If they were coming in to pinch run, we had a guy today that had a pinch run all season long, and he had 2 really, really big plays just that he picked up and was able to contribute. But I'm so proud of them. 2 of these guys have been with me since 6th grade, and all the way to Ward coming in, being the guy that came in as a senior, and everybody else kind of in between. I'm just incredibly proud and grateful and thankful for the opportunity that I get to coach these guys each year.
You and Coach Fanning, you're not a very emotional guys, but the way you talk about our players, and I know last year was a historic team in Calvary perspective. Same with Glenwood. It felt like both of you had to really coach harder than you probably have to in years past. And I can see that both of you had to overcome obstacles and get this big win. But I got to let Richard ask a question because he was the MVP today coming up here doing game 1. It's on, Richard.
Congratulations on the win. Me and Thrift just producing this thing by ourselves, but I appreciate just the trip up here and seeing game 1. Bailey Thorne pitched very well. You got some run support behind Bailey Thorne. That second game, 1-0. Had all of us on pins and needles. Carson Ward came up with 6 scoreless innings. What was going through your mind in that second game, only holding on to that 1-0 lead, knowing that you're the home team in game 2, and the Keens Academy, they've had some chances. But how about that bases loaded and getting out with that double play? It's incredible plays, and now you're state champions.
That last game, with it being 1-0, my challenge to Carson the whole week, because he knew he was going to throw game 2. The challenge all week was 1 batter at a time, 1 pitch at a time. Don't look anything further than that. You look at some of the trouble he got into kind of last week, and he kind of let the moment get a little bit too big. This week, all he did was he took 1 pitch at a time. He kept the heart rate real low. Even when he would miss a pitch, the 3-2 pitch that he threw to strike the guy out with bases loaded, that was absolutely huge. And really, all I just kept doing was just give me another one. Just give me another one. And he continued to keep answering the call. He wanted to go back out there, like any competitor does, but he gave us everything that he had. He left it out on the field. That was our challenge again. Just no regrets, leave everything out on the field, and he definitely did that tonight.
Coach, again, thank you so much for this entire year, and I said the same thing to Coach Fanning, for allowing us to be on the football ride, the basketball ride, and now, of course, the baseball ride, back-to-back years that we've gotten to call state champions. Congratulations one more time to the Calvary family, supporters. Any other final message and what this team, again, means to you and your legacy here at Calvary? 6 straight state championships.
So first off, I really do appreciate you guys. I wouldn't want it any other way. You guys do just an incredible job covering all of sports in the Chattahoochee area. So I appreciate that. It's something that years ago that I looked at, I was really frustrated at. Like, why don't we cover all of our sports on a consistent basis? And what you guys have provided has just been exceptional. You do it at such a high level. So I appreciate it. But as far as our fans and family, we get great support throughout the entire year. Our parents, they're incredible. We ask a lot out of our players. It's really a year-round commitment in terms of the lifting and everything that we do, and they don't even question it. They just know they've bought into this. Their kids have bought into it. This is the culture, and it's just incredible to be a part of. Like I said, I told the boys, I'm really thankful. I'm grateful. The six championships, it's cool. It's the relationships that when you walk away from, knowing what's so hard is those 15 guys. I mean, they're done. So it's fun to be a part of. It's fun to be a part of, and I appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, Coach. We know we love you. Another state championship for Calvary. What a day, Coach. I am going to lie to you. It's pretty surreal for me to call Glenwood State Championship, then get here in time to call this one. 2 excellent calls and 2 great games. Thank you so much, Coach, and congratulations. All right, we're going to send it back up to Richard here. We'll wrap up the broadcast. Georgia Alabama Sports Live wants to thank Coach Steve Smith and the Calvary Christian Knights for their 6th straight state championship.